And we're back. This is YouTube number 3. In my first YouTube, I did my entire story, top to bottom. From the very beginning, through the deep, dark times, the challenges, the struggles, overcoming those, and making it to the top. In my second YouTube, I went a little bit deeper into some specific stories about where I was at the bottom, what happened at rock bottom, and then how I overcame that, how I changed my mindset, my skill set, my health, and eventually ascended. Today, we're going to talk about mindset. How do you change your current mindset to accelerate success? And also, how do you monitor the efficiency of your growth? How do you grow as quickly as possible, and how do you compress that curve to success? This is what everybody wants to know, right? It's not possible to become successful, to become rich overnight. You can't change your body, you can't change your health, you can't change your financial status overnight. This takes time. But the first thing we have to do is take a look at where we're at currently. What are our current mindsets? What are our current skill sets? What experience have we had to this point? Who are the people around us? Where are we spending our time? Do we have any vices? Do we have any limited conceptions that are holding us back? This self-analysis is imperative to your growth. And if you desire to grow quickly, you must first remove everything in your life that's holding you back from being successful. So take this self-analysis, take this time to look and say, hey, how is my mindset? Am I fixed-minded? Or am I open-minded and growth-minded? Am I asking lots of questions? Am I consistently learning? Am I asking people questions and telling them about how much I have to learn? Or am I consistently telling them how much I know? If I'm telling other people how much I know, I need to change my mindset. For I can learn from anybody. It doesn't matter if it's a billionaire or a homeless person. Everybody has a different perspective that I can learn from. The world is not how it is. The world is how you see it. So take other people's perspective and learn from that. You must open your mindset. You have to start being rid of judgments as well, right? If you judge other people and say, I don't like what they stand for, I can't learn from them, then you'll never grow. You have to be able to learn from people that you disagree with or people that you don't even like. There's tons of people that I don't agree with everything that they say, and I've learned a tremendous amount from them. There's people that I can't stand, but I'm still open-minded enough and emotionally intelligent enough to say, hey, reduce your emotion and your ego and learn from these people. There is no place in education, in growth, or in business to let your ego get in the way of your growth. You must be rid of that ego. And this is where the self-analysis comes into place. And you say, hey, where are my inadequacies? What's fear? What's my ego? What is my pride? What is my ambition doing to my ability to learn? And once you can harness the ego, the fear, the pride, and say, hey, I'm going to learn and I'm going to grow no matter what, you're on the journey, you're on the path, right? Now you have to identify, hey, who am I as a person? Take a look. Take a notebook out and say, hey, what are my skills? What's my experience? What are my interests? And what's my purpose? And write down all of those column by column. And look at that and say, hey, what do I want to do with my life? And then let's take a look and say, hey, what am I doing each morning? Am I hitting the snooze button? Am I scrolling Instagram? Am I drinking coffee right away? Am I rushing right to work? Or am I priming my own day? Am I waking up at the same time every day, not hitting snooze? Am I hydrating properly? Am I reading? Am I meditating? Am I doing breath work? Am I going for a walk? Am I hitting the gym? Whatever your morning routine is. My morning routine doesn't have to be your morning routine. But if you design a morning routine and you stick to it, every single day, and you never miss, what happens is you start to build confidence. You start to reduce decision fatigue. You start to have more clarity, more energy. You start to become smarter. You start to move up in business and be more aware of your emotions. Your relationships get better. Everything gets better if you follow this simple set of daily habits. So those are the first 2 exercises, right? Look at who are you and what do you want to do? And then look at your morning routine, your daily non-negotiables, and make some promises to yourself about what you're going to do and keep them, right? This will set you on the right track. Then let's look at what do I need to change within myself? What do I need to work on in order to get where I want to get, right? So if you have an entry-level job or a sales position or you're an operator within a company and you want to get to an executive or a director level, or if you want to start your own company, you need to first look at a couple things, right? How is your skill set in persuasion? Are you good at persuading others? Do you speak well in a way that can persuade others? Everybody can get better at this skill. This should be a lifelong endeavor. for your ability to persuade others will increase your ability to be successful at work, in making money, in helping customers, helping employees, in relationships with your friends, in getting reservations, being out in the public, in any social situation with your significant other, with your kids. Everything gets better when you have the ability to persuade. So you should work on that skill set. Start watching YouTube, start practicing, start reading books, podcasts, start ingesting all possible information about persuasion and use that as a foundation skill set, right? The second is emotional intelligence. If you're still getting really emotional and making decisions out of emotion rather than out of logic, you will forever be unsuccessful. In order to become more aware of your emotions, you need to observe your emotions. You need to be a witness of your mind, your emotion, your judgment, your bias, your opinions. The easiest way to do that is to meditate. And for most people, they're going to say, oh, my mind has too many thoughts. It races too fast. It's all over the place, so I can't meditate. Meditation is not quieting your mind. Meditation is observing the thoughts that you do have. So it doesn't matter if you have a lot of thoughts or a few thoughts, just observe your mind. Get an app like BrightMind that helps you understand your mind, how you talk to yourself. This analysis of your self-talk is imperative. So once you become aware of this, you'll become more emotionally intelligent. This does not happen overnight. This is practice. Meditation is a practice. You do this every day, you strengthen your mind. You practice out in public or in social situations and you strengthen your mind. Don't beat yourself up for not being great when you first start off on this. Just keep going. Okay? The third skill set that is imperative is understanding executive communication. The more successful the person with whom you are speaking, the smaller their attention span, the less time you have to deliver a message. Their brains move very quickly and they don't have time for long-winded conversations with excessive detail. Get to the point quickly. Learn how to deliver a message in as few words as possible. This will help you. It will also make you more interesting. It will make people want to be around you. Okay? That's that third skill set. And the last skill set, which is imperative, is understanding the psychology of human behavior. You must understand that all humans are selfish at their core. They don't give a fuck about you. The same way they don't give a fuck about me. They care only about themselves, as they should. They have one life to live. So you need to position everything you do to delivering value to others, whether that's asking them really good questions, getting them to open up about themselves, understanding their profession, their skill set, their mindset, and then educating them or connecting them with someone else that can make their quality of life better. If you do that and position everything you do to help others freely, it will come back to you, I promise you. This is what has helped me create multi-billion-dollar networks of people. My Rolodex, my phone book is insane because I consistently provide values to others and I think, how can I help them? How can I improve their life? It's always come back to me tenfold, right? So taking that analysis of who am I, looking at what are my daily routines and my non-negotiables, developing those 4 skill sets, having this open growth mind, that's gonna help you on this path. From wherever you're at today, anything that I just said can be useful to improve it, right? Now, here's the last thing. You must be rid of judgment. You cannot have a fixed mind. You don't know shit about shit the same way I don't. Learning is a forever task. Learning did not end in high school or in college. It is now time to learn all day, every day about psychology, about your mind, about your body, about health, about business, anything that's important to you. And I would also focus on learning skills, learning mindsets that those that are extremely successful possess, because it will help put you into circles around them. Develop yourself as a person. Internally, you must create an emotionally, mentally, financially, economically strong person. Create that mindset every single day, and life will unfold for you in a way that you never thought possible. Love you all. Get it this week.